A well known journalist and book critic in Kerala once said something that has stayed with me. He said, "Many books today scream from the very first chapter that they want to be made into movies." I never fully understood the statement until I read The Housemaid and Never Lie by Frida McFadden and Verity by Colin Hoover. These books are, of course, fast, dramatic, and gripping, almost like watching a thriller on screen, and honestly, that is the problem. Although I usually avoid reviewing books I dislike, the huge hype around these three made me think a lot about the kind of reading culture we are encouraging today. So here is a simple, honest review of why these books did not work for me. I am Shalit Jimmy, and this channel is all about books, stories, and the magic they leave behind. To begin with, they feel more like movies than books. When I read these novels, I felt like the authors were imagining a movie in their minds rather than writing a book. The chapters are short, the twists come one after another, and characters think and react as if a camera is watching them. Now, I don't mind cinematic writing. It can be exciting when done well, but in these books, the story moves so quickly that there is no time to build characters or emotions. Everyone is either too good, too evil, too shocked, or too dramatic, and that leaves very little space for subtlety or depth. After a point, I felt as though I was reading the same story again and again with only small changes in the plot and setting. I'm talking about these three books. I found them very similar with minor changes. Secondly, the self talk becomes too much. All three books have one thing in common. The characters think a lot. Every small event is followed by long internal monologues, dramatic reactions, and exaggerated fears. This constant self talk doesn't add to the story, it slows it down and makes it feel repetitive. It also makes the characters sound less believable because real people simply do not think in such dramatic, repetitive ways. And no, I'm not talking about Shakespeare style soliloquies. These are more like emotional outbursts printed on the page. Thirdly, the psychological violence feels unhealthy. The part that disturbed me the most was the amount of psychological violence in these books. Manipulation, lies, gaslighting, mental torture, all of it is written in a way that feels almost sensational, as if the shock itself is the entertainment. Good thrillers can explore dark themes thoughtfully, but here the darkness sometimes feels like it is there just for effect, not meaning. What pushed me to talk about these books is the massive hype they get on social media, especially from book influencers. Many reviewers online speak only about the twist and how shocked they were without discussing the quality of writing or the emotional impact. This makes me worry about what new readers think a good thriller should be. Are we teaching them that a story only needs big twists, loud drama, and quick thrills? Books should stay with you after you finish them, not disappear the moment you close the last page. If you want good mysteries, try these authors instead. There are so many great mystery and thriller writers who create suspense without relying on shock value. If you want to read good mysteries, try Agatha Christie for clever plots, Arthur Conan Doyle for classic detective brilliance, Dorothy L. Sayers for intelligent mysteries with heart, Mary Higgins Clark for well crafted modern thrillers, Jeffrey Archer for gripping page turners with strong storytelling. These authors never forget that a story needs depth, character, and purpose. If you still want to try The Housemaid, Never Lie, or Verity, I genuinely wish you luck. You might enjoy the twists. Many readers do. And there is nothing wrong in it, but I must warn you that they may feel repetitive, overly dramatic, and emotionally draining. A good book should feel like a conversation or a journey. These felt more like watching a movie trailer on repeat. And that for me is not the kind of reading experience I look for. Thank you.